For the Cardinal Newman seniors, number 1, Aiden Wedge. Aiden is escorted by his mom, Amy Logue, and dad, John Wedge. 2 years of varsity play. The CBSL is the Center for Volunteer and Nonprofit Leadership, Secret Santa, collecting gifts and charitable items for the less fortunate. His college plans, Chico State, undecided, leaning towards psychology. As a student, he'd like to thank his parents for all the baseball travel we've done together throughout the years. Aiden Wedge. Number 2, Carson Meyer. Carson is escorted by his father, Russell Meyer, his mother, Casey Meyer. 3 years of varsity play. His CBSL, helping baseball players who have met mental and physical challenges in the Challenger Baseball League. His college plans is Colorado State to study business management. He'd like to thank his mom and dad for always being there to support him at games, as well as his grandparents for coming to his games since Little League, and all his teammates through the years. Carson Meyer.
All right, sorry about that, a little technical difficulty, but we are back. Newman has a runner on base, got hit by the pitch leading off Tanner Bradley. And there's a strikeout.
Now batting Cardinals left fielder number
for the
11,
first out.
Jack Pizzolo.
Jack Pizzolo will be next.
Pizzolo, the junior. Him and Tanner Bradley.
What a year Pizzolo's had.
Yeah. Pizzolo and Bradley, I mean, both leading in hits and RBIs at 1 and 2.
Bouncer to second. They'll get the first, but not the second. Pizzolo beats it out. It's going to bring up Sam Valenti.
Coming to the plate, senior designated hitter number 28, Sam Valenti.
Valenti, you can see right there, coming in 327, 1 home run and 6 RBIs on the season. His 18 hits are third best for this offense.
Yeah, and he's moving up in the lineup today. He was batting around 6 most of the year today, hitting in the 4-hole. He had that big home run last week.
5 doubles for him. That's tied for first with Bradley. Well, this Cardinal offense has been rolling in the month of April. 83 runs, which is about 8 runs per game, and nearly 10 runs per game in league play.
Warlow's numbers on the year. 2 and 3.
Yeah. 32 innings pitched, 16 hits.
Runner goes. Valenti hits a dribbler. Coming up with it at third is Wong. And he's safe at first. Wow. Hustling all the way to third. Pizzolo. Here's another look.
See the replay right here.
Now batting, senior first baseman number 24, Jacob Moreta.
Just a chopper, and, you know, it was slow enough. Wong had to come in, and really you could see he sort of on the crow hop unleashed, but just not in time for Valenti.
Good hustle by Sam Valenti as Moreta steps in next. Moreta hits this one into left center field. That's a base hit and an RBI. Moreta's aboard. Throw comes in.
Well, and right there, we failed to mention Pizzolo's heads-up base running. Was able to take third on that chopper as the third baseman was absent. And right here, Jacob Moreta able to get the job done. Runner on third with 2 outs, and he drives him in for the first run of the ballgame.
So Newman takes the lead. Nice little 2-out rally as Isaac Phelps steps in. Gary Frieders is behind the plate today. Phelps hitting .344, having a good year. He's out in right field today. Newman coming off that game at Oracle Park yesterday. It was quite a treat for everybody. Players, fans, even an old guy like me. I got a kick out of it. It's pretty nice being down there.
Yeah, it's got to be a sweet experience for all the players, too. Playing it in high school, able to play a game at where the Giants play.
I got to say, I got to hand it to everybody down there involved with the San Francisco Giants organization. They treated us so well. Could have big lead ducks us, you know, a bunch of high school team guys and everybody coming in, fans and everything, but they were just super accommodating, very nice, and made us feel right at home. That was awesome. One and two now to Isaac Phelps. Newman already has a lead here of 1-0. Runners go, and he hits it high in the air. Who's got it? Shortstop's calling for it. Curry, and he puts it away. Newman does come up with a run. And they take the lead here. And we'll take a break right here and be back with more in just a moment. Newman with 2 hits. They score a nice little 2-out rally for the Cardinals, and they take a 1-0 lead. Got a big lacrosse game coming up here tonight at 7 p.m. Men's lacrosse, and Newman making the playoffs, and play Novato at 7. Should be good. Josh Janicelli back out for his second inning of work.
A couple of strikeouts in that first frame, and then a hot shot to third. 1-2-3 went Windsor. So a good start for Janicelli. No surprise.
Yeah, Josh has been so solid this year.
Leading off the top of the second for the Jaguars, senior first baseman number 13, TJ Carricker.
TJ Carricker steps in now for Windsor. Face Janicelli hitting .396 on the year. Windsor's got some big bats in their lineup, and this one's hit hard. First pitch, right to third, and an easy play. 1 pitch, 1 out. Slater comes up with that one. Cardinals get a quick out. Clay Demers is next. Another guy hitting over 300. I mean, up and down their lineup, they have a lot of good hitters.
Yeah, individually, this lineup, I mean, we're already, 1 through 5, all guys hitting above 300. See if the Jaguars, wow, I mean, just a tough spot right there. Perfectly located fastball, wasn't able to catch up to it. Jaguars definitely going to have to try to work some counts here, or else they might be in some trouble here soon.
There's that nice slow curve, just kind of drops in. Great pitch.
Just another 2-strike count here for Janicelli.
Little bouncer up the middle, long way to go. Meyer has it, and he doesn't have him at first. Great effort. long run to try to get to that, but just didn't really have much of a chance.
Yeah, we can see the replay right here. I mean, this ball went just over the head of the pitcher, Janicelli, and second baseman Meyer tried to make a throw on the run across his body and just wasn't in time. That'll go down as an infield single.
Windsor's first hit, and this one hit to left field. Pizzolo's right there, however, and he makes the catch. Thomas Ford will be next for the Jags.
Senior second baseman, number 5, Thomas Ford the third.
Thomas Ford the third, I should say. I know the second. I don't know if I know the first. I know Thomas Ford the second, though.
Ford the third, batting .275 coming into this one.
Thomas Ford the second, who was a great player in his own right here in Sonoma County.
He has one of their 2 home runs on the season, so a little bit of power here late in the lineup at the 7 hole.
This one's kind of fisted to short. They'll step on the base, and the side is retired. So Newman able to cruise through that inning without any damage. And we'll take a break right here and be back with more action. Cardinals and the Jags going at it here on a sunny Tuesday afternoon. Cardinal Newman High School. We'll be right back.
High school sports are one of the things that make living in California so great.
But sometimes the behavior in the stands can overshadow our achievements on the field.
I love it when my parents show up for me.
But being booed for missing a play could be crushing.
And remember that refs are people too.
They're trying their best to call a fair and correct game.
No one should feel insulted or ashamed
because of their race, ethnicity, or gender.
We should be able to hold our heads high after the match, win or lose.
All right, we're heading on to the bottom of the second inning. Newman scored 1 in the bottom of the first. We'll try and add to the lead now.
Leading off the bottom of the second.
Connor Rognick will lead it off.
Connor Rodnick, number 8.
One of the seniors honored in our pregame ceremony today. Rodnick hitting .286, 7 runs batted in this year. And he'll face Warlow for the first time today. Fouls that one away. They're kind of doing a different thing this year. They're playing a series with the league opponents. So you play home and away, play the same team in the same week, which I like because it makes the pitching equal for both teams. I think it's a good idea.
Totally, yeah. I definitely noticed that in the scheduling. I think it's a great idea, going back-to-back, just like you would in college or in the pros.
That one up and in. Pretty good velocity on that fastball, especially that 2-seamer in for Warlow.
Yeah, and like you said, it really allows both teams to throw their number 1 and number 2 guy in the same series. Yeah, makes it more fair.
Yeah, for sure. And there's a nice pitch. Drops that one in. Back in the day, you could kind of work around your top pitcher, save him for a certain opponent.
Charlie Slater.
Peter, you're flashing on and off. Make sure that Charlie Slater is next for the Cardinals.
$12 RBIs on the year.
That one just misses outside. Umpire Gary Frieders gave it a long look. Said, no, that's away.
We saw Slater make a nice play at third in the first frame. That 1-2-3 inning.
Really working that 2-seam, trying to get it to drop in there.
Slater in conference play, batting .455 in 18 plate appearances. He's got 7 walks.
Warlow almost fell down that time. Not sure what happened. Kind of slipped on the mound or something.
Had to get the 3-0 pitch over for strike one, so now Slater able to be in a nice hitter's count right here.
And Slater walks. He's bored.
Now batting, senior second baseman number 2, Carson Meyer.
Carson Meyer is next. See if Coach DeBenedetti might put on the BUNT right here. 9-hitter up. Top of the order waiting. Warlow stepping off that time. Swinging away for sure. Fouls it off.
Myers 2 for 9 in league games.
That one's fouled straight back.
Meyer down the count 0-2 right here. We've seen a lot of really gross sliders. We'll see if Warlow tries to bury one here or goes back to the fastball.
That one just on the outside, misses by not much. It was a pretty good pitch. And good job by Meyer to lay off it. 1-2 now here. Meyer staying alive, doing a great job battling here now. Spit on that slider, low and away, fouls that one off. See what Warlow comes back to right here. Runner goes. It's kind of interesting. He kind of did like a weird wind-up set thing. It was a little different than what he'd been doing. I think he caught himself about halfway through it, too. And then he said, I got to go through with this pitch. See if we can pick it up here on the replay.
Yeah, you
comes
see him
set.
He comes set here.
And
nicely.
then he kind of drops the hands.
Yeah.
It's kind of different.
It is different. He went with a slide step right there, trying to be quicker to the plate, but again, unfortunately, catcher dropped the ball, and runner had a big jump on that. Slater was in there easily.
Meyer's going to go the different distance here, 3-2. Warlow gives him a look back, lifts and deals. This one's hit out into center, dropping. Yes, it's down. And Newman will have runners at first and third.
Yeah, DeMars tried his best to come in and make a play on that one, but right off the bat, that was trouble.
Back to the top of the order for the Cardinals, number 9, center fielder.
And we'll take another look at this.
Got under a little bit.
Yep. Just off the hands. Still able to deposit into short right center field, and, that's a line drive in the books. So
Tanner Bradley is up now. Bradley having quite a season this year, both hitting and pitching. He's kind of assumed the closer role now on the mound. Runner goes. They're going to throw through all the way into center field, in fact. Runner scores. Runner to third. Double steal for Newman.
Yeah, and that'll technically go down as an E2 on the catcher, but really
See what happened here.
It's miscommunication between the shortstop and the second baseman. I mean, it was a great throw down to second, probably had him, but the shortstop and second baseman, there just wasn't enough communication right there. Went right through both of them. One of them should have had it. Looked like the second baseman was trying to cut it off in case there was a play at the plate. Instead, it rolled into center field.
Newman adds to the lead. There's another look at that.
Yeah, let's take another look at
this. It's a big
this.
jump.
Good jump right there. You can see it following through, and the second baseman was expecting the shortstop to be there, and so he looked at the runner at third and saw that he wasn't breaking, so his job is to back off, don't cut it off, try to get that out at second, but shortstop was not there in time, and that's why that ball went into center field and cost them a run.
Newman up 2-0 now.
Big breaker right there. Kind of a hanger, but good for Bradley in a 2-0 count. Don't want to, swing it something he doesn't like. Might have been looking for a fastball right there. Warlow spiking the fastball right there. Usually a sign of trying to overthrow, and we have a radar on him. He's high 80s, low 90s. Both of these guys, him and Geneselli. So
Bradley was hit by the pitch his first time up. Bradley fouls it off.
Challenged him right there. Went with the fastball. Bradley just missed it.
Bradley's mindset may change a little bit now the infield's in. Just get something he can lift to the outfield. Does have a couple home runs this year, so he's a guy with pop for sure.
Yeah, and with one out, you want a sac fly at the minimum.
And he's going to walk. So Newman now has runners at the corners.
Shortstop number 5, Diego Boardman.
Boardman struck out looking last time. It was a 2-2 count. He was the first out of the first inning. Good spot right here. Runners on first and third with just one out. See if they try to steal again. Put some more pressure on this defense.
Fouls that one off.
Squaring around, trying to get a bunt down. This is definitely a good sacrifice situation. But if you can get that runner to second base, it's even a better, even a possible squeeze or safety squeeze situation. Again, with great pitchers on the mound, you're trying to play for every run possible. Don't need a huge cushion for Geneselli on the mound. Just a few runs would do it.
Runner kind of bluffs the steal that time. Doesn't go. Boardman, who struck out looking his first time up. Now the runner does go, and Bradley has it stolen easily.
Well, there you go. You erase the double play threat right there, and in a 2-1 count. Great opportunity here for Boardman. He's got 2 runners in scoring position, and it looks like the infield's in.
Boardman can do some big damage right here and open this thing up early. That's hit back a little too slowly. They'll have to go to first. Ford throws to first, and that gets the run home.
Yeah, smart play there from Ford. It was to his right. Would have had a backhand and throw on the run to home plate. Definitely smart. Trading out for a run right there.
See no hesitation at third base here, going on first contact, and he races home.
Yeah, great jump from Meyer too. He read it immediately. Ball on the ground, up the middle. As a runner at third, you're taught to break immediately.
Pizzolo at the plate.
Pizzolo reached on a fielder's choice and came around to score the first run of the ball game back in the first. And man, I like this stance, deep in a crouch. A little old school right there.
Long throw, not going to get him. Newman gets another run home. So Pizzolo executing very nicely.
Designated hitter number 28, Sam Valente.
Take another look at this. Ground ball left side in the 5-6 hole where Tony Gwynn used to make his money. And backhand from the shortstop. That's Curry. Throw to first was just too late. Pizzolo, good speed, able to beat that one out easily.
Sam Valente is next. He's been red hot. Had a nice double yesterday at Oracle Park. Started today with a nice single.
Yeah, Valenti 5 doubles on the year as he was added to that total, like you said yesterday. Comes in batting .327 and had a base hit in his last at-bat.
Warlow's already at 50 pitches, so.
Working that count here early. And in a big spot here. Runner on first. Already 3 runs have come across in this frame.
Runner goes. Pizzolo's got it stolen.
Two count, 2 outs, and a runner on second.
Valenti fouls that one off. Oh, Coach DeBenedetti. You got to make that play. Oh, my goodness. I hit that guy a lot of ground balls back in the day. Disappointed. Two. Fouls it off. Check out Coach DeBenedetti. Oh, right off the wrist.
Got to get lower. Just wasn't able to reel that one in. To be fair, it was a pretty hard hit shot, but.
Yeah. Runner goes again. This time Newman is out.
Yeah, that was a tough one. Pizzolo snagged second, but didn't have a great jump on that one, and a great throw from the backstop, Johnson. And he was out by a mile.
So Windsor averts further damage. And we'll take a break right here. Cardinals and the Jags moving along to the third inning.
And he's gone on the very first play. Oh!
Moving along to the third inning. Newman up by a couple.
3 runs in that second inning. Very productive and able to work that pitch count as well on Warlow. He was over 50 pitches. I think he's around 55 pitches already through 2 innings. So
leading off the top of the third for the Jaguars.
Windsor might be having to go to the bullpen here early.
Number 21, third baseman Scott Wong.
Scott Wong will step in now for the Jags. Janicelli with a nice little lead. 90 on the gun right there for Janicelli. That's why UCSB likes him. He's already got the velo, and he's got the frame where he could really fill in and probably get that velocity up even higher. That misses high.
Scott Wong just 11 plate appearances on the year, and he's got 3 hits. So as you can see, 10 ABs, 3 hits, batting .300.
Swung on and miss. Quick 0-2. Got him.
Changeup right there was filthy.
Coming to the plate, designated hitter number 10, Rogan Pilligmeyer.
And again, when a guy's throwing 90 on the bump in high school, when he's able to, mix in a changeup like that, and especially with that location, low and outside, get it out of the zone. That's tough to do anything with.
Billigmeyer is next.
Another first pitch strike from Janicelli. That is how you stay ahead and work deep into ball games.
Yeah, get ahead, get ahead, get ahead.
Get ahead, stay ahead.
Slow roller, tough play. Charging Slater. Got him.
Nice play at third base from Slater. Always a fun play as a third baseman. Get to range in and show off the cannon.
That fielder number 1, Noah.
See a replay of this. Nice throw on the run, able to keep his body level through the throw. Good mechanics right there.
Bunt.
Uh-oh. He's out.
Might have hit him. Yeah, he's out.
Unfortunate right there.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Would have been a great bunt, but yeah, hit the back of his left heel, I believe, as he was trying to get down the line. It looked like a great bunt, but he was running in fair territory, and that is an out by the rule book. You can take another look right here.
Well, we'll get to it. Here it comes.
Take another look at this bunt. 2 outs, just trying to get a hit. Just scrapping anything as a 9-hole hitter, and look at this. Ran up on his right heel, and he was in fair territory. So fortunate for the Cardinals, and obviously if you're Windsor, not so much.
Today's game sponsored by McCormick & Company Homes and Loans. Family tradition of experience, trust, and loyalty. Let our family help your family with all of your real estate and financing needs. Also, sponsoring today's game, Corrective Exercise and Restoration. The team trainers here at Newman get your athlete back on the court or back on the field as quickly and as safely as possible with a holistic approach toward health care. Poppy Bank, committed to making a positive difference in the communities we serve. Go to www.poppy.bank for more information. Also sponsoring today's game, W Real Estate, the largest locally owned real estate brokerage in the North Bay. Bottom 3, Newman.
Valenti getting another at-bat. He was working the count in the last half, or the last inning, before Pizzolo was gunned down at third base for the third out.
Got a fresh count.
Yeah. And used some more bullets on the arm of Warlow in the process.
There's a strike. Newman kind of a scrappy team. They scrapped for runs yesterday. Valenti to right. Solid.
Great piece of hitting right there. Was even a little jammed, but just strong enough to get it out there into right center field. Even with some quote-unquote weak contact, still able to get that one out there.
Just really seeing the ball really well right now. Jacob Moreta is next.
He singled in his last at-bat. Kind of see the two sides. Janicelli, first pitch, strike one. First pitch, strike one. And for Warlow, has not been the same so far.
Moreta fouling that one off.
And, you know, as a pitcher, when you get behind first pitch, just kind of putting yourself behind the 8-ball a little bit, it makes it tougher to get back into counts. And hitters are able to sort of sit more on fastballs.
This one's going to be playable out there in right field. Sun not making it easy, but Sanders stays with it. Never easy out in right field here.
No, Moreta just missed that one. Just barely underneath it. High fly ball to right field, and the right fielder Sanders is able to make the play.
Isaac Phelps steps in. Bouncer, tough play, backhanded by Wong. Long throw, and he's going to airmail that one. It's going to end up down the corner, and going to put the brakes on Valenti. Good throw back in from the first baseman, Carricker.
Good decision from the third base coach to hold up Valenti at third. And, you know, if you're the third baseman, Wong, sometimes you want to just eat that. Don't force a bad throw. You know, sometimes the old saying is you don't want to, you know, turn a bad play into a worse play right there. And although it wasn't a bad play, that was an infield single all the way. Didn't have a chance to get the out at first, so better to just eat that one and live for another day.
Connor Rodnick is next.
Rodnick struck out looking in his last at-bat.
Takes that one up high. Rodnick has been very solid behind the plate for Coach Benedetti this year. Handled all the pitchers very well. Placing Justice Brinson, who just did such a great job behind the plate last year. Moved on to the next level. A lot of these former Carl Newman players playing at the next level. Carson Crawford at Cal. Got a bunch of guys playing in the collegiate ranks. And we'll see a bunch of these guys doing the same. As already got, I think, at least 3 guys that have signed. 4, maybe 5. It's somewhere around there. It's a big number. Signed or committed. 1-2 to Rodnick.
Yeah, well, nowadays, committed almost doesn't mean anything. It's unless you signed and inked.
Well, you
never
signed.
know.
You can go in the portal 1 year and you're out of there. Portal.
Yep.
Check this swing.
Well, good for the players to have freedom and being able to go where they want. Not so much if you're, you know, fans loyal to a specific school or program, but just because of the turnaround. But can make things exciting in the offseason, all the movement.
Could be playable. Nope, it's going to end up out of play. Chance for Rodnick to add to a 4-0 lead.
Couple of runners in scoring position. Yeah, like you said, great spot here.
Fouls that one off.
Well, in this at-bat especially, I mean, you know, win or loss if you're Rodnick right here. Working a long A-B, making Warlow throw even more pitches. This will be pitch number 8 in this at-bat.
Cardinals with 6 hits so far. Breaking ball, that's strike 3. Got him, second out.
Well, Rodnick clearly was not expecting that, but seemed like that just caught the corner. Let's take another look at this. Don't think, looked like it was high enough. Yeah, I mean, it broke, definitely high enough, and it looked like it caught the outside corner. Pretty perfectly placed curveball for Warlow, and a big strike 3 in a tough spot.
Ooh, behind him, Charlie Slater, who walked his first time up. That's going to leak foul.
Yeah, Slater walked in his last at-bat, stole second, and then came around to score on that error from the catcher. I mean, the catcher is assigned the error. Really, it's the shortstop who wasn't there in time, but
nice job by the catcher that time to keep that one from getting to the backstop, save the Jags a run.
Warlow trying to get out of this jam unscathed.
And there's a ball to load the bases.
Brings up Cardinals second baseman number 2, Carson Meyer.
Carson Meyer is next.
Meyer single and scored in his last AB.
Cardinals did score 13 runs against Rancho last week, so they have the capability of putting big numbers on the board. It just hasn't been the case most of the year this year, and their pitching's been so solid that it really hasn't been that necessary, except for a couple games that got away close ones, you know.
Yeah, like you said, there's been some offensive breakouts, but for the most part, those have kind of been few and far between.
Outside corner, foul back.
But yeah, overall, the pitching staff has been absolutely lights out. I mean, a sub-3 ERA for a staff is pretty spectacular, and you don't see that very often. The national average is above 5 ERA, so a sub-3 is, you know.
This one's bounced to short. Curry throws across in time, and the side is retired. 78th pitch for Warlow, and he gets his squad back to the dugout, avoiding further damage. Good ball game. Step aside right here. Be back with more action. Cardinal Newman High School in just a moment. Moving right along here. Game's moving kind of fast. Take a look at the Cardinal Newman campus. New construction all over the place. There's the new chapel right there, looking good.
Yeah, well, one of the reasons this game has been moving along so well is the man on the mound for Cardinal Newman. I mean, he's faced one over the minimum this afternoon. As you'll see, Micah Sanders, the 2-hitter, comes up in the top of the fourth. So just one hit so far for Windsor, as they've had trouble facing Janicelli this afternoon.
Micah Sanders steps in. Swing and a miss by Sanders. Tell you what, you spot Janicelli 4, you're in pretty good shape. This one's fouled off again. UCSP getting a good one, but they got to be sweating out a little bit the fact that he might get drafted the way he's pitching. Fouled off.
Yeah, I mean, again, this is just my first time seeing Janicelli, and I'm looking at elite stuff right here. Again, for a right-hander, throwing low 90s, and the movement, not only just low 90s, but mixing the slider and the change and a curve, so 4-pitch mix at the high school level. I mean, really to have 2 elite pitches is what you're looking for, and to have 3 to 4 is all just, you know, cherry on top.
Looking for another strikeout. This time it's to left field. Zolo gives way to Tanner Bradley for the first out. Good communication out there.
That'll bring up Jaguars catcher number 28, R.J. Johnson.
R.J. Johnson is next.
Yeah, he lined out to the third baseman in his last at-bat. He had that shot where Slater jumped up and made a nice leaping catch. Definitely saved a base hit.
Yeah, Giannicelli has definitely been getting ahead in the count today. Always a good idea from the bump.
Yep.
Get ahead, stay ahead, put the pressure on the hitter. Wow, changeup. Pull the string on that one.
And that's 78 on the changeup. The difference between that and the fastball, I mean, you're looking at 10 to 12 miles per hour on the difference. That is tough to hit. Went right back to the well, just missed.
Interesting, 2 changeups in a row. That was fouled off, hanging in there. Takes up high.
Looks like that fastball might have just gotten away from him based on his body language right there. Didn't look like he was trying to get him to swing at a high fastball. He was maybe trying to locate that a little bit lower.
Bouncer is short. Boardman on the run. Nice play.
I mean, a 3-2 changeup right there tells you he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch. I mean, he already threw it twice in the at-bat, went right back to it, and as a hitter, 3-2, so hard to stay back on a changeup when, you know, he's got 90 in the back pocket as well.
Carricker's next.
Yeah, Carricker hit that chopper to third in his last at-bat.
Fouls that one off. Newman's already wrapped up the league title. The win yesterday at Oracle Park accomplished that. So now just kind of looking for icing on the cake. Windsor has been in second place, but now trailing by 3 games with 2 to go. So we can do the math on that one. Bouncer to second. Meyer on the run. Newman's defense does it again. Nice play. So Cardinal Newman with a quick inning, and they are back to the dugout, looking to add to a 4-0 lead. We'll be right back.
High school sports are one of the things that make living in California so great.
But sometimes the behavior in the stands can overshadow our achievements on the field.
I love it when my parents show up for me.
But being booed for missing a play can be crushing.
And remember that refs are people too.
They're trying their best to call a fair and correct game.
No one should feel insulted or ashamed
because of their race, ethnicity, or gender.
We should be able to hold our heads high after the match, win or lose.
Windsor, Rancho, and Ukiah can all be tied if Rancho and Ukiah split.
Moving to the bottom of the fourth.
Top of the order here for Cardinal Newman. They flipped the lineup over and just, I mean, Bradley's looking at his third at bat in the fourth inning. That's pretty impressive.
Tanner Bradley. He's been hit by the pitch, and he's walked.
Added a stolen base as well in that walk and came around to score. Second run of the ball game for the Cardinals.
It's kind of cool. Now, yesterday at Oracle Park, the amount of people who played hooky or got the day off, I don't know. A lot of parents were there, a few kids too. The school ended a little bit early, like 1 o'clock, so they were able to get there. Ukiah ended their school at 12, so it's nice that the administrators recognize how something special like that is and made arrangements so that the kids could come and the parents could come. And it was just a nice day.
Yeah, it's super eventful if you're a player able to play in Oracle Park. For, you know, a lot of guys that don't end up playing professional baseball, which is going to be a lot, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Warlow has not been helped much by his defense. He's given up 6 hits, but a couple errors as Bradley loops that one into center. Catching up with it is DeMars, 1 away. Nice jump by DeMars, runs that one down. Diego Boardman is next.
We'll see how much longer Warlow can go. Already up to 80 pitches this afternoon. Wow.
And that's down into the right field corner. Boardman saying, I'm going for 2. And he's there with a double. Boardman goes oppo. Sends it down into the corner.
Yep, staying back right past the diving first baseman, hugs the line into the corner, and a good throw and play from Sanders over there in right field. Almost had a shot to get him at second base. Didn't think it was going to be that close, but Sanders, the pitcher as well, who has a big arm in right field, made that closer than it probably should have been. And Boardman is not a slow guy. He was running fast.
Pizzolo goes opposite way, but that's out of play.
Pizzolo was able to beat out that infield knock in his last at-bat. Stole second and was caught stealing at third.
Getting well over 300. Might even be up in the 340 range now. Pitched great yesterday. Got into a couple little jams, but he managed to pitch out of them each and every time. Ended up with 5 strikeouts on the day. Gave up 4 hits.
Him and Giannicelli have definitely helped this pitching staff.
And that's ripped into right field. That's a base hit. I'll hold that runner up.
Again, another smart move from the third base coach, holding him up at third with just 1 out. As we can take another look at this swing from Pizzolo, all over the pitch, and a huge vacancy at second base with the shift up the middle. Kind of interesting that there was such a big hole between first and second base, especially with the lefty up like Pizzolo, and he was able to drive that one into short right center field. See pitching coach out there talking to his guy, getting a lefty loose in the bullpen.
Adrian Rosillas is down there in the bullpen throwing. He's a lefty, transferred from Newman last year.
It's a little revenge game for him. He's got a little extra on the line.
Sam Valenti continues to be hot. He was 2 for 2 yesterday, and he's 2 for 2 today. Had that home run last week into the tennis courts. Definitely swinging a red hot bat for the Cardinals. Fake to third by Warlow, trying to catch the runner moving at first. Not the case.
Yeah, I remember one of the last first and third situation. Runner broke from first. Great throw from the catcher into second base, but no one was there.
Valenti fouls that one off.
So you wonder if even the meeting at the mound might have been a discussion like, hey, let's get this first and third situation right. Don't want what happened to us earlier in the ball game to happen again. And Pizzolo, speed at first base, so would not be surprised if he's on the move here soon.
Doesn't have a huge lead, but he is going. Valenti back up the middle, grounds it right to second. Ford throws it over first base's head. So that run is going to count, and Pizzolo is going to move up to second on the air.
Yeah, we're going to take another look at this, but Ford hesitated on the throw. It was perfectly placed for Ford, right on the bag that ground ball was. And he sort of hesitated on the throw. Let's see right here. You see he makes the play, was a little hesitant because that runner was coming in hot, and that one completely threw off his throw. He's going to complain that the runner, was in the way. It was a late slide, but that was a perfectly legal slide.
Coach is going to say the same.
Yeah, and as he rightfully should, at least, bring it up and see if it's a possibility, but that slide from Valenti was perfectly legal, right into the bag. Seemed like Ford, in my mind, almost looked like he was looking for the contact. You can see right here, he's got the ball, and he's waiting and then throwing. Really, you got to clear the base path, get inside the diamond, and make a strong throw to first, and there's no problem. But, again, it's different when you're out on the field and there's a runner sliding into your ankles like that.
Yeah, everything happens so fast on a play like that. Moreta is next.
Sorry, I said Valenti. Pizzolo was the runner, yeah, at second base.
So Cardinals add to the lead on that. Moreta looking to add to the lead even more here. He's got a hit and 2 trips. Runner in scoring position. Warlow's hit 90 now. 91 to be exact here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Giannicelli's been a lot more efficient. Moreta to right field. That's a base hit. Runner's being waved. And he scores with a head-first slide.
Second RBI single. It'll be a single and a fielder's choice from the throw from Sanders to home. Again, Sanders, trying to be a hero right there. Gun him out at center, or from right field. Gun him out at home, but really probably wanted to hit your cutoff there instead. Moreta able to take second base. Cost him 90 feet. Let's take another look at this swing from Moreta. He was all over it, and again, we've seen it right past the first baseman. Sanders comes in, fires home. I mean, if that throw's on target, might have been actually a bang-bang play. Maybe a good decision from Sanders. He's got a good arm out there.
Isaac Phelps is next.
Flat, single. 1 for 2.
This one's hit well. Left center field, way back, and it is caught. Wow. The left fielder comes up with that one. What a play to end the inning. Holy cow, did not think he had a shot at that. But he got there somehow and makes the play. So great defense right there by Windsor. But Newman does add to the lead. 4 We'll be back in just a moment with more. What a catch.
Makes a tackle and he's gone on the very first play. Oh!
Check it out. Strzelecki.
Yeah, I mean, full stride, reaching out, made the catch just in time, and even a little spider like Bo Jackson.
That was a nice effect, right? The one step off the cement and then up onto the chain link. Gotta love that. Nice catch. Top of the fifth. Giannicelli humming right along.
Just the 3 strikeouts is really the only shocker so far in Giannicelli's outing.
Mars out in front of that first one. The only blemish on Giannicelli's record today. (6-0) Newman.
82 that time on the changeup.
Yeah, I like that pitch. It has nice movement, and it is very tough to read coming out of his hands. He disguises that pitch really, really well.
Yeah, and he's got natural two-seam on his fastball anyway, so it looks very similar to the fastball. It just dies at the very end.
Got him swinging.
Went right back to it. That changeup he's got a great feel for this afternoon, and he's gotten a lot of ugly swings. Fourth punch out of the afternoon for Giannicelli. And he retired the only guy that's gotten a hit off of him this afternoon. So
Brandon Curry's next.
Just another first strike. He has been ahead all afternoon.
Showing bunt. And it's going to go foul. Trying to make something happen.
Yeah, we saw Strzelecki, who actually made that great play in left field at the end of the last half. Remember, he was trying to lay a bunt down too, just scrambling for any type of base runners right now when you're facing a great arm like this. Haven't had a lot of success offensively, just trying to get anybody on base that you can.
Giannicelli's only at 52 pitches, believe it or not. He's thrown 16 balls, that's it. Popped up. And it's going to be Slater who ends up taking this one. 2 away. Thomas Ford is next.
Yeah, he grounded out to short, and they went the short way to second to record the last out in the second inning. Oh my goodness, that changeup is just filthy. No chance. And you can actually see he's holding the changeup grip, which makes a lot of sense because that's usually the hardest pitch to grip. So you usually, as a pitcher, want to start with your hardest pitch and then hardest pitch to grip, and then move from there. And that changeup, sometimes gets deep into your palm. You can see it when he's flashing a little bit. That's the grip he's starting with.
Just throwing it over and over and over.
Yep, 3 straight changeups right there, and why not? It's been filthy, and it's been getting a lot of swing and misses. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
He kind of thumbed that one a little bit. It was only 75.
Yeah.
Giannicelli winds and deals. He went to the heat that time, 90. 2-2 to Thomas Ford. Got him. Giannicelli back to the dugout, looking good. Newman with a big lead as we move along to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Cardinals in control of this one. Jerry.
A little bit of feathers with his exit and just didn't have the best grades.
All right, we're moving along.
My class.
And new pitcher on the bump for the Jags. And there he is.
Adrian Rosillez, a 5.25 ERA this season as a sophomore. 1-0 on the year. And
give me a chance to let you know today's game is sponsored by McCormick & Company Homes and Loans. Family tradition of experience, trust, and loyalty. Let our family help your family with all your real estate and financing needs. Also sponsoring today's game, Corrective Exercise and Restoration. Team trainers here at Newman. Get your athlete back on the court or back on the field as quickly and as safely as possible with Corrective Exercise and Restoration. Also, Poppy Bank, committed to making a positive difference in the communities we serve. Friedman's Home Improvement. B&C Smog Tires and Brakes. And W Real Estate, the largest locally owned brokerage in the North Bay. Go to wrealestate.net. Thank you to our sponsors, making it happen.
Rosilla's the new arm. This is just his 2nd appearance of the year. He went 1 1/3 innings, faced 8 batters, and 4 walks was the reason why that outing was cut a little short.
Lefty facing Rodnick. So Rosilla's facing his first batter of the day.
Yeah, and Rodnick, the only guy that hasn't really joined the party, the only hitter in this lineup so far that has not reached base, the 2 strikeouts, looking to get on right here.
And he's going to change that with a nice solid base hit. Rodnick is aboard.
I'm just seeing really good hitting all afternoon from this Cardinal offense. Able to stay back on the off speed. We'll see right here. It was a curveball outside and was able to stay back all the way and go the other way with it. And just, went right to the right side like he's supposed to. And
looks like we're going to see a pinch runner.
Yeah, there you go.
Soya Bonacorsi is going to run at first base. Heading down to first, understands the assignment.
Slater with a couple of walks this afternoon. Oh, excuse me, we have a pinch hitter actually.
Dante Overheiser is going to pinch hit right here. Overholzer.
Is that a courtesy run or a pinch run?
Overholzer just 11 ABs on the year, this being his 12th. He's got 2 hits.
And he rips that one up the middle. That's a base hit.
Make it 3. Yeah, and we'll see late into the season. Obviously, they already clinched the title yesterday. We might see some new guys subbing in, getting some at-bats, and Overholzer, the pinch hitter right here, and just goes right back up the middle with it, right back where it came from. His 3rd knock in 12 ABs as a senior. Again, pinch hitting for Slater in that spot.
2 on for the Cardinals. Nobody out. Bunt. It's going to be a tough play. Rosillas will field it, and he throws just in time. Good execution both ways there, offensively and defensively.
Top of the order for the Cardinals, center fielder number 9, Tanner Bradley.
Tanner Bradley's up next.
0 for 1, hit by pitch for walk.
Bradley was hit by a pitch in his first at-bat and then part of a fielder's choice at second base, but then walked. Stole second, came around to score in the second.
That one bounds away. They're going to try to get the runner home.
Boy.
No, they got 2 guys. It's going to be trouble. The throw to the plate. Got him.
Yeah, he was out by a mile. And just not amazing base running right there. He hesitated. And if you're going to break on a pitch like that, you got to go immediately. But he broke way too late and then was halfway down the line when he decided to turn back around. And, yeah, then he was just a sit-and duck. Had to come home because the runner behind him had filled and ran over to third base. So, tough base running right there.
Yeah, kind of hung out to dry. I think we'll see it from this angle, too.
Yeah, let's take another look right here. You see he hesitated and just, yeah, you're too far down the line to hesitate. You kind of have to commit.
We came back, and there was nowhere to come back to. Nope.
Yep.
Kind of run off the bag there.
And if, you know, you're Overholzer at second base coming over to third, that's not on his. That's not his problem. He saw the runner in front of him break, so that means he's allowed to, you know, run as well.
3-0. There was a walk to Tanner Bradley, who's now on for the 3rd time today. Boardman is next.
Shortstop number 5, Diego Boardman.
Boardman with a chance to do some serious damage now. Bases loaded. They'll throw over to first.
Yeah, Boardman, that double was in his last at-bat. And then he eventually came across to score the 5th run of the afternoon for the Cardinals.
Runners at first and third. Quick throw. Oh, bounds away.
Could have been a run.
The runner was a little hesitant at third after what happened on that other play, I think.
Hard to blame him. An interesting move right there. Just stepped off and tried to quickly fire it over to first base.
MJ Adriano throwing down in the bullpen for Windsor. That's hit to center field, and that's a base hit. Another run home for the Cardinals. Runner to third, and a runner to second on the play. Nice.
Let's take another look. Center fielder, well, See the swing right here from Boardman. Nice
Now
contact
batting
right
senior
up the
number
middle.
1, Aiden
I thought
Brent.
DeMars was going to be able to come in and make a play. He last second sort of took a step back. You could see Rosales on the mound sort of upset that he didn't fully commit and come in, try to make a play on that with 2 outs. Could have gotten him out of the inning. Instead, 1 more run across, and now runners on second and third. So same spot here. And it looks like we have a pinch hitter for Pizzolo.
Yeah, Aiden Wedge is up. 312 batting average, looking good. Good guy to have up off the bench here. A lot of depth on this Newman team, and they can keep these bats rolling like this. They got a chance to do some damage in sectional play. They won section last year, got defeated in the NorCal playoffs. Should get the number 1 seed in NCS Division III. Lost to Valley Christian in NorCal's last year in the semifinals. What a great year they had last year, though. Coach DeBenedetti getting a bunch of different guys in, and they're contributing. Nice stop.
Yeah, the Johnson backstop has been really good this afternoon. He's made some good throws and has been able to mostly keep the ball in front of him. Even that one where they tried to break, he had it close enough to make a play on it.
And there's a walk. Bases are loaded now for Anthony Gonzalez.
Coming to the plate, senior number 16, Anthony Gonzalez.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of substitutions here. As we're down to the second to last game in the regular season for Cardinal Newman. Gonzalez hitting .231 on the year.
And he's hit by the pitch. That's going to be an RBI.
Well, this is why, Rosilis was having trouble in his last appearance. The 4 walks, like I mentioned. So control, a little bit of an issue for the sophomore.
That'll bring up number 24, Jacob
Already
Moreta.
a walk in this inning and a hit by pitch right there. And he's definitely not out of the woods. Jacob Moreta steps into the box. Moreta singled in the first and the third, the first and the fourth.
Getting all the seniors in there. Gotta love that.
Well, the tale of 2 sides and 2 different pitchers on the mound. The Cardinals have a bona fide ace and, like you said, a guy that could be drafted here in Janicelli, and for Windsor has not had the same.
Moreta to right field, that's going to drop.
Another ball that gets in front of the outfielder. It looked like he had a chance to come in on it, but gave up at the very end. In-betweener, 50-50 ball. That you would in soccer, but let's take another look at the swing for Moreta. His 3rd single of the afternoon. And pull side just in front of the right fielder.
Isaac Phelps is next. Newman up 10-0 now. And Rosilis will make that play himself. Side retired. Newman adding to the lead. And we will step aside, moving along to the 6th inning. Nice lead for Cardinal Newman. We'll be back with more in just a moment.
High school sports are one of the things that make living in California so great.
But sometimes the behavior in the stands can overshadow our achievements on the field.
I love it when my parents show up for me.
But being booed for missing a play could be crushing.
And remember that refs are people too.
They're trying their best to call a fair and correct game.
No one should feel insulted or ashamed
because of their race, ethnicity, or gender.
We should be able to hold our heads high after the match, win or lose.
Top of the sixth, Newman up big here against Windsor.
Well, a little bit of blowout material here. Cardinal Newman alumni and a guy that you witnessed, Scott Alexander, Major League pitcher for the Royals, Dodgers, and Giants, and was actually signed with the A's, but is currently on the IL. Cardinal Newman alumni, and actually the leader in career strikeouts and single season strikeouts back in 2007, his senior year when they won a league championship. Was drafted by the Reds in the 37th round, but ended up playing for Pepperdine and then transferred to Sonoma State, where he was drafted again by the Royals. And in the 2010 MLB draft, he was a 10th round pick and then debuted 5 years later.
Here's those rankings we were talking about. Newman looks like a shoo-in for that #1 seed. Coach Benedetti got a few subs out there. We'll try and figure out who's where. Good luck with that.
Yeah.
See Olderhoser at first base.
Scott Wong up here with this. He struck out back in the third, and just his second at bat here in the sixth.
How about that? Wong hits the first pitch to third, and Moreta can't make the play. Moreta moved over to third base.
Yeah, Slater started at third and was making a bunch of plays over there. Yeah, Moreta moved to third as Overholzer, who came in now at first base. So that'll be an E5. Let's take another look at this. It was just a chopper. He came up just a bit early, didn't watch it all the way into the glove. And, you know, that's where coach's old cliche is ball first. Gotta secure the ball before you can make the throw.
So a runner aboard here via the air for Windsor.
Just the second base runner of the afternoon for Windsor.
Yeah, Giannicelli has shut them down. Moreta has a chance to make up for it. Good throw across. Bobbled it a little bit. He was thinking two. He's thinking, all right, I made the air, so what? I set up the double play, and then I think he got ahead of himself just a little on that.
Yeah, again, just rushed it a little bit, trying to field that ground ball. Luckily, he was able to scoop it up quickly and fire it over to first in time. Billigmere, then the Strzerzewski struck out in his first at-bat, and then remember back in the third was trying to lay down a bunt with 2 outs, and it ended up hitting him in the back of the heel, and he was the third out in the third. Just sort of unfortunate for him.
Only 63 pitches right now for Giannicelli. How about that? Coach Benedetti's on his way out. Not sure. He might have something going on with his finger right there.
Maybe a blister or a...
Yeah, I don't know.
You would sort of assume if it's something with his finger, could be a blister. He might have popped a blister. I'm assuming he popped a blister. Could be some blood.
Looks like he's coming out.
Wow.
Well, maybe not. He's stopping at the line.
He might just need a trainer to come out and.
I don't think you're supposed to have a Band-Aid or anything on your fingers. So they might just try to kind of patch it up.
Yeah, it seems like he popped a blister out there. Well, licking the blood, that's one way to do it. Yeah, and again, I don't know what the rules are on just patching it up with a Band-Aid, some gauze, but really hard to pitch with a Band-Aid on your finger.
Mm-hmm.
Especially
that finger.
Yeah, it looks like, can't tell if it's his index or his middle finger. Either one, those are crucial for throwing your fastball grip, the four-seam grip.
And right on the money, here comes corrective exercise and restoration. Let's go back to those rankings while we got a chance. Redwoods in the 2-hole, Petaluma 3. Go all the way down to Newark in the 16 spot.
And Alameda right there, you see at the 9 spot, Windsor will be playing their last game against Alameda after their game on Thursday against Cardinal Newman, the second game of this series. They'll be facing Alameda, who's just 1 spot ahead of them right there. So,
yeah, that could be an interesting second-round matchup. Creo and Newman or Alameda, either way. Windsor sitting in the 10-hole. Rancho 13. North Bay League's going to get quite a few teams in the bracket. That's going to get Jared Murray down to the bullpen.
And some athletic tape trying to cover that right there. Definitely the best answer. But, I mean, they're taping him up on the field. You're assuming he's going to stay in this ball game unless he's having some serious discomfort or bleeding through that. But, yeah, it looks like he's going to try to stick and gut this one out.
Going to try to throw with it, see how it feels.
And
hit 88 on the gun, so wasn't bad.
Yeah, with the type of start, changeup.
Yeah, that's where it's going to be more of an issue. It's going to be with the change and the slider that could be a problem.
Yeah, and he might have to, this might be a little audition to his coach right here to keep him in the game, that changeup, couple high.
He says he's fine, so away we go.
Well, if you're Windsor, this might be the only, chink in the armor of Cardinal Newman. One out here, runner on second, obviously down by 10 runs and down to your final 4 outs, but what's been a masterful afternoon for Janicelli.
Strzezoski. Counts 0-2. Yeah, I don't know. We got away from him. Runner moves to third. I'm not convinced that he's all right. One and 2 count. Runner at third now. Fouled away. Murray trying to get loose. He was up in the bullpen a couple times yesterday down at Oracle. Still 1 and 2 to Noah Strzezoski. Oh, yeah, he's still got the changeup. Nice pitch.
Yeah, and the way he locates the changeup in his hand, it's sort of in between his middle finger and his ring finger, so that pitch might actually be one of the least affected by the blisters. You can see Strzezoski frustrated right there. His second punch out of the afternoon was not able to stay back on the changeup. Again, when you see 89 up and over your head and then right the next pitch is a changeup, that's tough. Micah Sanders, same thing, just getting a heavy dose of changeups this afternoon for this Windsor offense. Sanders struck out in the first and then flew out back in the fourth.
Sanders trying to get that runner home from third with 2 outs here. Would be a nice little boost for Windsor as they have had a tough day today, offensively and defensively. Giannicelli misses with the fastball there.
Well, and interesting, I mean, a 10-run lead here in the 6th, and if you're Cardinal Newman, you might think about trying to keep Giannicelli healthy and alive for the playoffs, but keeping him out there might be just hard to get the ball out of his hand at this point, the way he's been rolling this afternoon.
Great pitch there. That was his 70th pitch. Set near the belt now. 2-2, 2 outs. Lifts and deals. This one's hit hard, right field, and it's going to drop in.
That sun must be really a problem out there in right field.
Oh, yeah, it's ugly.
I mean, we saw it earlier with Sanders, who just, you know, picked up a base hit right there. He's been playing right field and saw a couple of balls land right in front of him. And you got to expect that that sun is just kind of brutal out there, because that was definitely a playable ball out there. And he ended up staying back. Really the only reason I can think of.
I can tell you from experience that sun is brutal out there.
Yeah.
Ground ball to third. Moreta backhands this one and hums it across. Ball will find you, Jacob. The ball will find you. So back to the dugout go the Cardinals here. Windsor is on the board, and we'll be back with more in just a moment.
He's gone on the very first play. Oh!
Bottom of the 6th upon us. MJ Adriano on the bump.
Adriano, 3.32 ERA in his 6 appearances this season. And he's got 6.1 innings of work, 9 hits, 3 earned runs, 8 walks. So the command has been a little bit of an issue, but does have 5 strikeouts in those 6 1/3 innings of work.
Today's game sponsored by NBE, the North Bay Elite, the premier AAU basketball program in the North Bay and beyond, with former players playing at the Division I, Division II, and NAIA levels. For the best in AAU basketball, look no further than the North Bay Elite. New pitcher, 10-1 ball game. Windsor has 2 hits, 2 errors. Newman's wrapped out 13 hits today. They have 1 error.
Yeah, that 1 error back in the last half, which ended up costing them just that 1 run, the only blemish this afternoon for this Cardinal Newman pitching staff and defense.
Rodnick rips this one.
Just out in front of it.
But it's caught in left field.
Yeah, it looked like he was just out in front on the fastball and kind of hooked it a little bit off the end of the bat.
Overholzer is next. And he hits the first pitch. Who's calling for this one? Shortstop. Curry. 2 away. 2 quick outs.
Well, Adriano working quickly and getting quick results this half of the 6th before the Newman Defense tries to shut it out in the next half.
Carson Meyer at the plate. He has a hit in 3. Takes that one up and in.
Single and a couple of ground outs so far. His last at bat, he had that dribbler to the pitcher, and then it was actually a bunt. It was a sac bunt in his last at bat. He had that sacrifice to get the runners at 2nd and 3rd in the 5th. And that was Rodnick and Overholzer were able to score. Looks like a splitter or a changeup right there.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, and 74 on the gun, so taking a little bit off right there. It looks like a fastball, but not the same velocity.
And 3 outs, all on flyouts. So Newman now 3 outs away from finishing this one off. And it looks like we're going to see a new pitcher for the Cardinals. Step aside right here. Newman 3 outs away from closing this one out as we head to the top of the 7th inning here at Cardinal Newman High School. We'll be right back. Here's your new pitcher, Mr. Murray, getting ready to do his thing.
The junior right-hander, Jared Murray.
8th appearance on the year. Got about an hour and 10 minutes till the playoff lacrosse game starts. Looking forward to that.
Murray, a 2.47 ERA this season. Yeah, like you said, his 8th appearance of the year. And he is 6th on the team in innings pitched, just 5 2/3 in those 8 appearances. So definitely a short relief guy. 7 walks and 7 strikeouts. So he's got electric stuff, but it's about honing that. And that's going to be something he's going to try to work on before heading into his senior year. And good opportunity here. You got a 9-run cushion. I mean, about as low pressure as it comes. Already won the league yesterday.
Carricker at the plate will be the first guy he faces, and he plunks him.
Well, I mentioned those 7 walks. Don't know how many hit by pitches, but Carricker will start the top of the 7th at first base.
Ouch. DeMars is next.
DeMars had the first hit of the afternoon, just 2 hits in total today for the Jaguars, and he had that first one back in the 2nd.
It was a while ago.
That was a while ago. Single in the 2nd and a single in the 6th so far for Windsor. It's just been tough sledding. This pitching staff has been lights out.
Nice little change up right there. Came in at 51. Wow.
Yeah, that might have been a false read right there. Unless it was that slow, that's impressive.
Breaking ball. 2-2.
Froze him.
There it is. Got him.
And again, he had 2 straight breaking balls in the dirt, and then that fastball right there. Just really good sequencing this afternoon from his pitching staff. Don't know if balls and strikes pitches are being called from the dugout or the catcher. Looks like it's coming from the dugout. Great sequencing from this coaching staff. And Windsor has not had an answer.
Swing and a miss. Brandon Curry, 0 for 2.
Fly out and a pop out this afternoon for the Jaguars shortstop.
That one just misses. A little bit low, a little bit away. To right field. Who's out there? Tanner still out there? Yeah, Tanner's still out there. I'll be darned.
I believe that might actually be Bradley. Could be Bradley moving out
Tanner
there.
Bradley.
Yeah, you're right. Bradley moved to right. Phelps was in right.
Anthony Gonzalez is in left. Aiden Wedge is in center, and Tanner Bradley's in right. All seniors. All seniors everywhere except for the pitcher, Jared Murray. Breaking ball low.
Thomas
Dribbler,
Ford.
that's going to be foul.
Thomas Ford, the second baseman. Remember, he had that play defensively. Got the force out at second. Tried to make the back end of the double play at first. Threw it a little high. Almost caught a big collision over there at second base.
Just misses up. Two and one with 2 away here. Top of the 7th, trying to close this thing out. This could do it. Grounder second, and the ball game is over. This is a final. Newman wins it 10-1. How about that?
Yeah, ended up being ended up being a huge blowout win here, and Janicelli, the main storyline, the guy on the mound, just 2 hits surrendered, and could have been 1. Wasn't that error at third base, which ended up scoring the only run of the ball game for the Jaguars. So no earned runs this afternoon from the UCSB commit and junior Josh Janicelli, who was remarkable this afternoon. Absolutely lights out pitching, and his bats gave him plenty of run support. 10 runs, 13 hits this afternoon. Great job from the
All right,
Cardinals.
we'll step aside right here, and we're going to get our player of the game ready to go here in just a moment. Stay with us.
The English department prepares students to analyze and write at the college level so their essays and expressions of ideas stand out and get noticed, not only at the college level, but through life.
In theology classes, we explore God through the Catholic lens and help students connect the mysteries and gifts of our faith with the realities of the world. We help students learn to provide service to others and their community as a means of living the principles of our faith.
Through the arts, dance, modern band, drama, and studio art, students develop their creativity and imaginations to express themselves in ways not possible in traditional academics.
Our math and science programs guide students into college-level work, with an emphasis on ensuring they can meet the rigors of engineering, medicine, and scientific research college pathways.
We ensure a solid foundation in history while analyzing modern-day challenges to ensure students are prepared for success in a multicultural, multi-religious world.
Our students take a deep dive into the culture behind the languages they learn. Whether it's French, Spanish, or Latin, our students develop the language skills in ways that expand their awareness and appreciation of other cultures.
We approach athletics differently from most schools by focusing on the science of human performance, supporting students with certified athletic trainers, and having professional coaches who are experts in their sport and in motivating young adults.
Breaks a tackle and he's gone on the very first play. Oh!
With 2 college counselors and 3 grade level counselors, we support students through their high school career and expertly guide them through their college selection and scholarship applications.
High school goes by in a flash, but if you make the most of it, you'll have lifelong memories and skills needed for college and beyond.
What does it smell like?
It smells like condiments, like mustard and ketchup.
I ruined it!
All right, we are back. Coach Benedetti down there as our player of the game gets his headset on. It is none other than Josh Giannicelli. Josh, great job today. Looked like you had just about everything working until the finger injury, but tell us a little bit of how you felt out there today.
It was great. Everything was working. I was confident in everything, in all the counts. So, especially when your team puts 4 up or puts up 4 runs in the first 2 innings, I mean, there's no reason to not be confident. So, got to give them a lot of props for that. But yeah, I felt great.
Team scored some runs today. Got a little offense. So has been kind of off and on this year offensively. What made the difference today, you think, to the offense getting 10 runs on the board?
I think it was just our approach. Didn't try to do anything too crazy. Hit the ball hard. Wasn't striking out a lot. And just as a pitcher, when you know you have your guys behind you like that, it makes everything easier.
Yeah, and talk a little bit about yesterday. I know you didn't get to pitch or anything, but it had to be a great experience.
Oh, yesterday was great. I mean, I don't even care that I didn't get to pitch. It was just, that was one of the most fun I've ever had in a baseball game, and hoping we can go back next year.
Great control today. You didn't walk a batter, didn't give up an earned run, didn't have a ton of strikeouts today, but you were using your defense. Was that kind of your strategy coming in and facing this Windsor team?
Yeah, just let them hit it. Trust the guys behind me. Don't try to do it all myself, and that's keep my pitch count down, and ended up working out for me.
Fastball was working pretty good, but tell us about the changeup. That was really wicked today.
Changeup, that's my best pitch. A lot of guys don't see a lot of great changeups, so it's a good weapon for me to throw righties and lefties. So if I have confidence in that, I feel like I can get pretty much anyone out.
And what was going on with the finger? Is it going to be okay?
Yeah, I just cut my thumbnail on a pitch, cut my finger. I don't really know how that happened, but it was a little bloody, so the Band-Aid didn't really help, but we got through it.
Yeah, we thought maybe it was a blister that broke or something.
Yeah.
We weren't really sure, and tried to stay in, but gave way to to Mr. Meyer. He did his job, and season rolls along. Now you guys have clinched league play. You got one more against Windsor at their place, then the league playoffs, and how do you keep this team mentally sharp? Because you know that the tougher games are coming in NCS, and hopefully if you get there, NorCal play.
We know we're one of the best teams out there when we're on our A game. So it really does come down to a mental thing. Maybe if we don't get those runs early, staying in the game mentally and knowing that we can come back and win whenever.
Right on. Well, what's your plan for the following games? Are you going to go pitch a little bit, not at all, shut it down, try to get ready for playoff time? What's the strategy for you?
We'll see. I think the plan is to get me going on the first game of playoffs, just to get off on a good foot, which I'm excited about. But whenever they need me, I'm ready to go.
All right. Well, congratulations again, Josh. Great job today. 6 innings pitched, get your 9th win of the year, and away you go. Playoff time coming up soon.
Yep.
All right, Josh Janicelli, our player of the game, does a nice job today, gets the win, and hopefully we get to see him again soon in the playoffs. We're never quite sure what games we're going to be able to cover come playoff time because of the NFHS restrictions, which we love so much. Cam, you got to see a pretty good example of what Cardinal NEWMAN baseball is like today. They had it going today offensively and defensively, and, of course, Josh was terrific.
Yeah, Josh was terrific. Definitely the standout player, our player of the game, and really cool to hear him talk right there. Super humble, down to earth. And, yeah, this was, as good as it gets in terms of a pitching matchup. Coming into the game, Warlow did not have his best stuff, got behind in counts, walked some batters, and that was sort of the difference. We talked about it. Janicelli, first pitch, strike one, was able to get ahead, stay ahead. That's why he was able to work so deep into the game. Probably would have finished it if it wasn't for that cut finger.
Yeah, I agree. So that's going to do it for our coverage today. Hope you've enjoyed it. It is a 10-1 final. NEWMAN wins this one going away. Hope you've enjoyed our coverage today. It's been a lot of fun bringing you the action from Clyde Smith Field. Until next time, for Cam Anderson, all of us here at YSN365.com, I'm Dave Cox saying goodbye and thanks for watching. Have a good night, everybody.